What is up, you beautiful peeps? What is going on? What is happening? Let me turn on my Wi-Fi here. Let me get a little better signal. There we go. Should be on Wi-Fi now. So this is the Hangkai 3.5 horsepower outboard motor from China. TLS, what's up, dude? This is the absolute cheapest outboard motor that money can buy. What's up, Ryan? We're talking about this new outboard motor that I bought for my boat. And I gotta tell you, it's actually fairly nice. Believe it or not, I only paid $192 brand new in the box for this. They had a sale going on Christmas. And Alfred, dude, what's up? They had a sale for this motor on Christmas, and normally these things are like 300 bucks, 350 bucks, which is still pretty cheap for an outboard motor. But they had this one, $192, brand spanking new, on eBay, and it's still $92 or $192. If anybody wants me to post that link, I'll definitely do that. It came with everything you need to get started. And Rich T. Drone says you get what you pay for. Well, believe it or not, Rich, I've actually connected with a ton of people that have had this motor now for 3 and 4 years, and I have learned everything I need to know about making this motor reliable for super cheap. So, I will be doing a whole series on how to make this motor reliable from the 4 people that I've communicated with that have had this motor for a number of years and that are still using it well, and it is still functioning properly for them, so we will talk about that. They say the first year you have it, you really don't run into too many issues, but after about 2 years, the lines inside start to fall apart. The pull cord on the top requires beeswax so that it doesn't start to shred and fray. There's a couple grease points. 90 weight gear oil has to be put in there, and then waterproof grease has to be put in there. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do with this motor to make it perfect for daily use and reliable. So, is it a Chinese motor? Yes. Do I think I can work the DW magic on it? Absolutely. So, I want to show you what you get, because it's not even very heavy. I can pick it up with one hand reasonably well. It is a decent sized motor. It is 3.5 horsepower. Oh, I'm not saying it's light. I'm not saying it's heavy. It's in between. But I can pick it up with one hand reasonably easily and hold it out in front of me like that. So, it weighs roughly around 40 pounds, 35 pounds, which is pretty cheap for a outboard motor. It looks honestly like they've gone back and they have done a lot of stuff to these to make them a lot more reliable than they did 4 years ago. They have spring-loaded pins in here now. They actually greased a majority of these joints. They added zert fittings and grease uh, nipples on here. So obviously they took into consideration all the problems that people were having, and they went ahead and remanufactured some of the parts were required. It also came with one pull cord, and it came with an extra pull cord, and then it's 30-to-1 mix, so they send you your own container. So basically, you just fill this up with 2-stroke oil, you fill that up with gas, and then you tilt this forward, and you let it mix, and then you have the exact proper mixture. So they did think about you. That's a new impeller for the water cooling system. Comes with its own tool bag, and of course the Hangkai instruction manual for the 3.5 horsepower. So, I figured for 200 bucks, we'll give it a shot. Let's see if any of this is even readable here. Instructions. Apparently the original instructions were not in English. Look at that. They give all the different makes and models of Hangkai that they produce. So apparently they make a 15 horsepower, 6 horsepower, 4 horsepower, and the one that I bought, the 3.5 horsepower. And it looks like they did redo the manual in English. So, this company has obviously taken the time to do the work that is necessary to fix the problems for people purchasing this in the US, and it looks like they've revised the model a little bit to make it better than the original release, 4 or 5 years ago for this thing. So, do I think it's worth $192? Dude, if it even runs and pushes your boat, I would say yes. Let's see, SAE 10W40. Interesting. FC class 2-stroke engine machine. Approximate SAE 10W40 weight. So, it's not going to help because we are a 2-stroke. So apparently this is a manual for a mixture of models here. See what else we got. Fuel tank cap. Zert fitting. Yeah, so this is excellent that they went back and revisited this. I'm really happy. Even the manual looks like they did a pretty good job. Pretty good amount of pictures in here. The outboard motor can be tilted partially to allow operation in shallow water. So yes, somebody went back and rewrote the entire instruction manual in English, and I think they did a good job. Now here's the Chinese version of it, Japanese, Chinese version of it. So they still have, this is what originally came with it. Even if you bought it in the US, it only came with the Chinese. So it gives you, and this is what I was looking for, was the displacement, the motor displacement. So it says it'll reach a 5,000 RPM range. Okay, transom height, overall width, length, weight, 9.7 kilos. Full throttle operation, 4 and 5,000 RPM. Max output, 3.5 horsepower, 2.5 kilowatts. Speed, 20 kilometers an hour. I'm going to say that's baloney. I'd be surprised if this thing even reaches 6 miles an hour, to be honest with you. 2-stroke. It is a CDI system, so it basically runs like the Chinese scooters do on CDI setup. What's up? Drone Obsessed Jerry. I did get that motor. Choke, carbureted, engine and propeller gear ratio 2.1. Recommended fuel, regular unleaded gasoline. And fuel to oil ratio 30:1. Gear ratio 27:13. So, this will be fun to go through and have another look at when I'm not doing an unboxing or a review here. But you know, guys, it's an outboard motor. I don't know if you know, but like a Mercury 2.3 horsepower motor costs like $999. So to get a 3.5 horsepower Chinese off-brand motor that does have a parts supplier, and there's a ton of videos showing you how to work on this thing for $192 is just absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the work that everybody says I should to this thing to make it reliable, and we'll see exactly how long we get out of this motor. I would say for $200, if I get a year's use out of this motor, then it paid for itself 5 times over, as long as it's reliable. So, thought you guys would get a kick out of that, because I do have my other trolling motor, which has just about as much thrust as that should. That's a 55 pound thrust trolling motor, which should be about the same identical thrust that this does. They should both get you 5 or 6 miles an hour, except this one being gas, obviously, doesn't run out of battery. So the trolling motor is kind of just the backup engine, and this is the go all the time engine here. So figure you guys would like to look at that, and I'll put all the links in the description if anybody wants to purchase it. It is a nice looking motor for $190 brand new in the box. The box is currently sitting behind me against the wall. I just unboxed it, told Mike I would go ahead and do a live on kind of simple review of this to get me started, and see if any of you guys were interested in getting an outboard motor, because I still have that link for $192. So if anybody wants me to share that, I'll definitely do it. It's going to be in the description of the video. And I'm also going to introduce you to Top Wolf Outdoors video channel. Mike Fuller, dude, what's up? I got it. See, I told you I got it, bro. Mike was at work with me today. And there you go, bro. Boom. Brand new. So don't forget to smash that like button if you guys just popped in. I'm going to go ahead and search down all these links. And I'm going to leave this video up. I'll probably start another live here in about, give me, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'll probably start another live video that has nothing to do with outboard motors. We're just going to start a live, just have some fun, communicate and talk, and go from there. So I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. I'm going to end this live review. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're interested, like I said, links will be in the description.